Hey everyone, this is Dawn and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay, staying safe as best as you can in these crazy times. I've just come on to share some crafting I've actually done this weekend. It seems like I don't really craft much these days unless there's a project that is due, but I actually sat down and made some ATCs that I wanted to come on and share. And I used some of my Tim Holtz folks. Now, if you're not a fan of these, and not everybody loves them, maybe even they find them a little creepy, don't look directly into their eyes. Anyways, I am just joking. I think sometimes they are an acquired taste, but I think in the beginning I didn't love them, but they have just grown on me. So what I did is I just kind of had thoughts in my mind where I wanted to make them kind of vintage inspired. So I started with some craft cardstock, and an ATC is an artist trading card, and the dimensions of this is 3.5 by 2.5 inches. So I just pulled out some rubber stamps. I pulled out some old Stampin' Up! Products that I have, and I've had these for years and years and years. So this is a beautiful rose, and I used this floral and this one, and then I was looking at the stamp and I had an idea. So for this one here, I went ahead and stamped out this floral here, and then I took this particular, use this larger stamp or larger stamp pad, and you know, with Tim Holtz, it's all about kind of the grunge, which I don't know that that's necessarily the way I craft, but I had something in mind like that for when I was doing these projects. So I have stamped out those images on my cardstock, and then I'm taking this stamp, and maybe you have something like this or something similar in your stash, and I just lightly stamped it right down the body of this image. Well, I got them close before. I can even overlap them a little bit, and it just kind of added some texture to the stamped image. I also used a white Posca pen, and I pulled out things like buttons. I've got some trims here. A lot of these are from Hobby Lobby. I love these leafy ribbon trims. I got them in a pink. I know I've got it in gold. I found this beige color. Here's some little great little like a floral embroidery kind of trim that I got at Hobby Lobby. I pulled out some lace, some florals, word stickers, and I love these white Posca pens. I recently got these on Amazon, and they are all in Japanese writing, so I was trying to read some things on here, and no, but I've seen folks use them, so I just use them as an embellishment a little bit on my ATC. So let me show you what I have created. And actually this one here, I didn't even use my white pen, but this pen, it's just like a paint pen, and a lot of times I get the Deco Art pens, and I find they dry up on me a lot. So I've seen folks use these. I know a lot of artists use them, and really I'm just using them more in a highlight way, and I like that it gives some more interest to my project here. So now take a look at how this pops with those white dots on there. So you can add them or not, but so I took my ATC, and then I did use vintage photo around the edges. Here I've used a button, some various lace trims, of course the word stickers, and a book page. And then I just love these small size of the Tim Holtz ephemera. So I've got some different ephemeras. There's the florals down there in the bottom, and some of the peoples, and I just kind of dug through the smaller ones. I think I ended up making about, I think 8 of these. This one here is just my favorite. I don't normally put wings on folks, so I just cut one of the butterflies in half. I've seen, I think it's Sue at Creative Cafe Girl here on YouTube do things like this, and maybe in like the Somerset Studio magazines. And I really like this label behind him, My Artsy World. That one might be one of my favorites. And then, oh my goodness, I just love her. She's probably one of my favorites. and she was looking a little plain to me, so I went back and added this enamel star and a few enamel dots. This guy here, he's just sitting there on the lace. I did use some glitter pen, like he had a little boutonniere on his coat lapel there. Again, you can see the dots, you can see the texture, and they were pretty simple to do. Here's this next one. I just added this, cut off one of these little floral pieces, added it to the top so it just kind of looks like a flower there. And I love her too. She's so girly and sweet. She's elegant. And then this one here was actually a shirt that I cut up. So there's an old shirt. So I just used a strip of that fabric. I like the pop of orange on this one. I think I was starting out with not as much color and just kind of sticking in the vintagey neutral tones. And then I think as I was going on, I started adding more color. This one here, Believe in Daydreams, and this one was looking a little simple to me too, and I went ahead and added in some rhinestones. I had another sticker on here to begin with, and it kind of messed that up a little bit, but we'll just call it a happy accident. Maybe it's giving a little more texture. And then last but not least, Traveling Companion. Let's get these two ladies. I layered up some lace, fabric, book page, some of that little trim. And I love the pen that pops. I think this is the first one that I used the pen, and I might have got carried away with the white speckles on here. And then another thing I also like to use a lot is my stamp. Well, I just had it here. Here we go. I've had this for years and years and years. So you can either just use splatters, paint splatters or something like that. But I use this a lot to add a little detail. You don't even know it's there a lot of the time, but you see the speckles in the background and it just adds a little interest. So these were my ATC shares for the week. Let me know which one is your favorite. I really enjoyed putting these together. It probably took me about a day and a half. I was cleaning the bathrooms and doing laundry and different things throughout the weekend, but once I got all said and done, I actually had some projects to share. So thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't, and until next time.